Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give Kol Halal Yahweh Bahashem Hamashiach Yahweh Shah for giving me the spirit and power to do this lesson. And I want to say Kol Halal Yahweh Bahashem Hamashiach Yahweh Shah for giving me the spirit also to wake up another morning to show forth repentance in these last days as the destruction is getting closer and closer at hand. Shema Yasharallah Yahweh Allah Hayanawa Yahweh Akkad. Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 4 in the Paleo Hebrew. The Lord our God is one Lord Yahweh, right? That's our power. That's our source in the midst of all of this evil. So what I want to touch on this morning, I don't want to make it too long, but I want to touch on the ruler of sin, which we know is so-called white people. Now, we're going to wear that shit out because simply the world, he has been bamboozled and tricked the whole entire planet to believe that he's not evil, that the Arabs is evil because they stick bombs to themselves and they blow each other up. Russia, no, South Korea or North Korea, that, they have all their laws is draconian measures. But here it is. You don't hear no really bad shit that comes out of North Korea or South Korea because of their laws, their rules, their regulations. America has the most laws that any country has. They has the most laws, but here it is. It's the most wickedest country on earth, man. So that should tell you something about them and their laws, because their laws is simply set up for you to lose and to oppress you. Like I always mention taxes, right? Here it is. You got to fucking pay taxes, right? Let's just say this. All nations, we always pay taxes. All nations, like when we get in the kingdom, the nations are going to be tributary unto us. Like that's just normal. When you're in rulership, that's part of rulership. You're making all nations pay taxes, right? But they making us pay taxes, and then they're taxing, everything that we buy after that. So let's say I get my check. They took taxes out already before I got it, right? Then I got to go pay bills. So my electric bill, I pay my electric bill. You got to pay taxes on that. The water bill, you got to pay taxes on that. And you get it. All of these bills that you got to pay taxes on. Everything has a taxation on it. That's where the oppression comes, right? And the scripture says that he was going to rule through his policy, right? All of that oppression that he do to us. I'm thinking of precepts as I go. I actually got precepts in order, but I got to get these precepts. So when you go to Second Ezra chapter, I believe it's 12. Second Ezra. Give me 1 second. I gotta find this precept. No, it's in Second Ezra. Okay, Second Ezra 11. So this is Second Ezra chapter 11 and 40. Let me see. Yeah, it says, and the fourth beast, the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past. So it's dealing with the beast. We all know, according to Revelation, according to Daniel, the fourth beast was the Roman Empire. Right? You had Babylon, you had the Persian and the Medes, you had the Greeks, and you had the Romans. Right? So the last beast was the fourth empire, and the rest of the nations that ruled after them is still a part of that fourth beast, which is the Roman Empire, meaning they're still Edomites. So since the Greeks all the way to America 2024 AD, Esau has been ruling. And that's why the earth is in so much chaotic state. When I'm talking about the grass don't want to grow. We're to the point where he got to make fake grass. The air, every single fucking morning, you see a chemtrail flowing across the sky. It's called purple rain. Go look it up. This is why you're getting sick. This is why you got the sniffles. And they do this every day faithfully, man. to make sure that you go to their hospitals. And let's talk about the water you drinking. They're not they're all that taxes they taking from us. They're not replacing the pipes in our ground. They using this shit to fund other wars, right? But and so forth. You can just keep going all day long with this dude. But my point was all this nigga wickedness, and we're telling the people that this nigga is the devil, and they still pointing the finger. This nigga got a whole trance on the whole world, not just Jake. To the point where we're telling you, we're showing you this dude's actions. We're telling you and we're showing you, and you're still like, nah, you're crazy. You're the devil. The Hebrew Israelites are the devil, and we're the ones actually telling you, like, nigga, they making you pay taxes. Like they're about to create they already have a new world order, right? A one world government, meaning the whole world will follow after the same policy. And these policies are straight draconian measures. If you don't know what that word draconian is, go look it up. Penal codes. Look up penal codes. Where they plan on punishing you for dumbass shit. And oh yeah, another thing on the taxes. Did you know that they charge Californians to drive on the highway? They charge you. They bill you for driving on the highway. And I got it. Matter of fact, let me pull it up. It's a stupid ass reason. It's like, nah, that don't make sense, man. So it says citizens in California are being considered for a road charge where they would be charged to drive on highways based on the mileage they drive. But here it is. They're already taking taxes. What the fuck? Ain't that's what that's the kind of stuff for? But it's all for oppression. It has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with the highways or to help the community out. It's all to oppress you because we're talking about the same people who create the money, right? The Department of Treasury, the National Treasury. They create the money, but then here it is. They trying to make it seem like they don't have enough money. And the people are eating this shit up, right? But it says it says road charge where they would be charged to drive on highways based on the miles they drive rather than the amount of gas they buy as a way to fairly fund road maintenance and repairs. But here it is. You're paying the taxes that you're already paying. What is that going to? It says, especially as more people are driving electric vehicles and not paying as much gas to tax support road upkeep. Ain't that crazy? They're getting charged, and a lot of them people don't even know, but they're getting charged to drive on the highway in California. You can just imagine other states on what they're being charged to do, right? But these is the government that the world they follow. The scripture says the world will follow after the beast. It's talking about this system, their constitution, their way of thinking. This fucking place, man. Who the fuck, like, bro? I really think anybody that's for America is the worst people on earth. If you support America, you are the worst person on earth. Straight up. It says 2nd Ezra 11 and 40. And the fourth came, which is the fourth beast, Rome, and overcame all the beasts that were past and had power over the world with great fearfulness. You can read that in Maccabees. And over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression. These are the same people. And the way that they oppressing us, that's the same way they oppressed the Jews in the ancient world in the time of Yahushua HaMashiach. Right? That's why Yahushua told us this. Like, we over here worrying about money, right? We over here worrying about them taking all our money. And, you know, of course, in our reality, the niggas is oppressing us. They taking all our money. They doing all this. They doing all that. But when we looking at it on a spiritual note, let me see. So this is Matthew. Salakia. Who's Salaki? All right, this is Matthew chapter 22 and 1, and I'm gonna start at 17. So tribute is another word for paying taxes, if you don't know. Tribute, right? So this is Matthew 22 and 17. Tell us therefore, what thinkest thou? Is it lawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not? And this is what happened if you look up the ancient Sakari. The ancient Sakari, that's the kind of like that's who they was. They was putting to death and waging war against the Romans because they was forced to pay taxes, right? And they was killing their own people. I believe it was killing their own people that was cooning for the so-called Romans, which is the white man. They was killing them, right? They had trench coats, I believe, and they had daggers in their coats, right? But you can go look it up about the ancient Sakari. But this is what they was on. They wanted to go to war with the Romans because of this very situation. It says, tell us therefore, what thinkest thou? Is it lawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not? Remember I said yesterday that they didn't like to be called the king. They like to be called Caesar, which is the same thing as a king. Is it lawful to pay tribute unto the king? Right? It says, but Yahweh shall perceive their wickedness and said, why tempt ye me? Why tempt me, Salakia? Why tempt ye me, ye hypocrites? Shew me the tribute money. And they brought unto him a penny. And he said unto them, whose is this image and superscription? They say unto him, Caesar's. Meaning who face is on it. Like when we look at a quarter, who's on the face of that quarter? It's George Washington. That's his shit. When you look on Benjamin Franklin on a $100 bill, I believe it's a $100 bill. That's his shit. It says, they said unto him, Caesar's. Then said he unto them, render therefore unto Caesar the things that are which are Caesar's, and unto God the things which are God's. You belong to God. So give God what's his and give Caesar's what's his, right? We here in captivity, meaning this is a form of getting oppressed, but at the same time, you got to understand, we only working to get by as we are in captivity. We looking for a new heaven and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. But as we're here, we have to work jobs. And only reason we have to work jobs is so we can pay bills. So basically you only given the money that you make, of course everybody like to save money, but the money that you make is going right back to him because it's his, and so that you can maintain a lifestyle. It's nothing you're going to be able to, like Yahushua said, storing up riches in heaven. You do that by keeping the law, statutes, commandments. Sirach 29 and 11. That's what you should be doing. Render unto the things that's going to belong to you and yours, and nobody can take, and nobody can break in and steal, and it don't rot. That's the stuff that you're supposed to be building up for the kingdom of heaven, man. Keeping the law, statutes, commandments, and following after the only begotten Son, and professing those names in the earth. This shit here, bro, give him his shit. That's his. Give it to him. When you got that bill in and you thought it was gonna be 300, but it's actually 450, man, give him that shit. That's his. It's his money anyway, right? But this is also a form of him oppressing you. Understand that. So Yahushua said, render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's, and unto God the things that are God. It's just that simple. And that actually give you a peace of mind when you always think, bro, this his shit anyway. It's his. We gonna have our own money. You got niggas flossing Esau's money, putting these $100 bills all the way up to their damn collarbone, flexing the white man's image. Nigga, that ain't yours. And when you look at I think I got a dollar bill. When you look at a dollar bill, look what it says on this motherfucker. This is all heathen. Look at, that's George Washington on a dollar bill. Benjamin Franklin is on 100, I believe. But this nigga is also on a quarter. But when you look at this, let's inspect it. So you got, let's look at the back. You got those words right there. If you got a dollar bill, go look at it, follow along. But those words right there, Novus Ordo Seclorum, that is Latin. This is Esau knows who he is. If you Google Latin, it's going to go back to Rome. Those are Roman numerals. This is all Roman shit. Novus Ordo Seclorum, I believe it means New World Order. That's what this is all about. But then here it is. There's a pyramid on the back of a dollar. We go over this week in and week out at camp, showing you how this is his money. And when you look, the reason why this pyramid is on here, because it's a sign of bondage, slavery. You slave for this dollar. A lot of people would do whatever for this fucking dollar. Bro, in the world, bro, I've seen, and I'm keeping it a buck with you. I've seen crackheads suck dogs' dicks for money to get some work. I've seen them eat doo-doo. They really do shit like that for the money. Of course, it goes back to the hit, but the high that they want, but they did it for the money so that they can get that high, man. A lot of women, believe it or not, a lot of women, they go over there to Dubai, and those Arabs is shitting in their mouth and shitting on their stomach. You don't believe me? Go look. It's out there. It's out there. That's why them girls, they go over there to Dubai. Why do you think so many black women want to go to Dubai? Because they know it's a lot of money over there to be made. And no, that money is being made. Them Arabs is pissing and shitting on them, on their chest and in their mouth. Hey, what's her name? What's her name? Suki. The girl that be with Sexy Red. She even proved it. On one of her latest videos, she said, yeah, y'all bitches be going over there letting them niggas shit in y'all mouth. It's facts what we saying. She know that because she be going over there and seeing them do that. Them Arabs, they be bored, man. And if we gonna do that to any kind of woman, if we gonna just sport to any woman, why not the so-called Jewish woman? Why not the Jew woman? Let's be real, she's the dumbest. She's gonna do anything for the money. She don't have no morals, and she's the lowest of all the nations. Let's do that to her. Plus, they fine, they thick. So it's all around good for a heathen to think that about people they call heathens. Straight up. But on this dollar, like I said, it says, this note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. Esau is telling you you're in debt with this money right here. He's telling you in debt. This is the same thing he did to the Native Americans. You ever wonder how he was able to jug the Native Americans out of their land? What he did is he killed all their animals, the buffalo that they was keeping, they was taking care of, all their fruits and vegetation. He had this like salt shit that he had, and he did it to us in 70 AD, and he would pour on our grounds and nothing would grow back. Nothing would ever grow back there, and he did it to the Native Americans. And also, he killed all of the buffaloes, our buffaloes, the Native Americans. He killed all of our buffaloes, and he tried to show us how to plant after that. So like he killed all our resources of getting food, and then he come down like, bro, I can teach you how to plant and grow stuff. Matter of fact, I know you know how to do that already. I'm gonna give you the utensils to do it. I'm gonna give you that pruning hook. And the rest of those work utensils they use to dig and toil and the crops and the vegetation. And then Gad and Reuben became in debt to Esau because they was using their tools, getting their clothes. Esau pulled a fast one on Jake, man. That's how he was able to give him out of his land. Here, use my utensils. Okay, now you owe me. And since you owe me, I want that. And since you owe me, I want that. Straight up, man. That's how that goes. But let's go back to the scriptures. 2nd Ezra chapter 11 and 40. And over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression, and so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit. And the Bible, all throughout the Bible, it confirms that, and I'm about to get scriptures to prove it. For the earth has thou not judged with truth. Complete wickedness in the earth, man. The earth has thou not judged in truth, man. It says, for thou hast afflicted the meek. Thou hast hurt the peaceable. Thou hast loved liars. Anybody that's willing to be a part of the oppression of the world and to insert or rule the world with technology, right, and not with morals, Esau is with them. And you can see who they are. The European Union, NATO, and a couple of other, Israel, a couple of other countries, France, Denmark, Spain, Germania Major, Minor, Iceland. All of these people, these nations are with America and their agenda, right? So it says, you have loved liars. It says, and destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit, right? People that's willing to tell the truth. People that's willing to make a change. Like you had Gaddafi. Gaddafi was an Egyptian president. And it is clear as day that Esau, the American government, killed him. Everybody knows this already. If you don't know, now you know. The American government killed him because he was trying to create his own money, and he was trying to back it by gold. And that's the same thing BRICS is doing right now. They're backing their currency with gold. That's why they're called BRICS. They coming together to create a currency, and they want to back it by something. America's dollar isn't backed by gold. It isn't backed by anything. It's a federal note. It's not backed by anything, right? And you see, they're not pulling that shit on BRICS the same way they did to the Egyptian king, Gaddafi. They killed him. I believe this is the man that they killed, and they put him in a clear casket, and they drove him around Egypt on the back of a truck, like tied, like dragging the casket, not in the back of the truck. They're rope tied it, and George Bush, I believe he was the one that ordered that hit. I might be wrong though, but I know the story is factual. But they tied a rope to a clear casket, clear, bro. That is the most disrespectful shit you can do. And they was driving it around Egypt, man. Like, don't fuck with us. But let me keep going. Therefore is thy wrongful dealings come up unto the Most High, and thy pride unto the mighty. This is the same as Revelation 18:4. Thy sins have reached unto heaven. Bro, this nigga about to get the worst ass whooping any nation have ever seen. You think the 1800s was bad? Bro, we're going to be working these niggas to death. That's what they afraid of. But you think that we're not going to be doing none of that freaky ass shit to them, no, like they was doing to us. We're not going to be doing all that shit. But we're going to work the shit out of them. And other shit. We just can't fathom how it's going to be. Because you can't think like that. Only thing you can do is imagine, but you can't go too far because there's not enough time. You got to do other shit. Work, go back home. You got all this shit to do. But sometimes you do meditate on what you're going to do to Esau in the kingdom. But when we get them new bodies and new minds, it's going to be on a whole nother level what we're going to be doing to him. All those torture tactics that he doing, that ain't going to be shit compared to what we're going to do to him. And if you didn't know also, Google it. It's the NDAA. These niggas have a torturing school in Georgia right now. And when they got caught and found out, they fucking they tried to make it like they closed it down, and it was funded by the CIA, and these niggas was making $80 million a year. What the fuck? Why are they making them? And they actually had torture tactics in the school, hands-on, actually using and learning how to utilize these torture tactics. And when they got caught, they shut it down. But truth be told, they just changed the name. That's how wicked this nigga is, where you got a school and y'all teaching students how to torture people. Like, they got hallucinating drugs that make you think that you somewhere that you not. Bro, they got it's called a confinement box, coffin-like confinement box, where they put you in a box. Nobody wants to be like pressed. That's why, like, when the walls be closing, you get more scared and more scared and more scared and more scared. Nobody wants to be in a situation like that. But imagine being put in a confinement box and you literally shackled in the box and you just in that thing at 1 degree for the longest time. And nobody wants to go through no shit like that. But let's keep going. The highest also have looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled. And that's what we're looking at. That's why you see a lot of white people on drugs nowadays, because the curses is being reversed. But that ain't it, man. That's just the beginning. That is just the beginning. Man, these crackers about to get that work, man. They about to get that work from the Most High. And it's going to be anything they can imagine, they can fathom with. Us, we've so used to slavery. We've been in so many slaveries that it's like it's in our DNA that we can do this. Like, you can't break us. We gonna find a way to make it joyful. We the salt of the earth. Even at the bottom, like Ice Cube said, we still getting full of bread and water. We still, nigga, we gonna put some honey or some sugar on that bread. We probably throw an egg on there, and we probably get some water, and we probably find some way to turn it into some Kool-Aid. Probably let some lemons sit in there. Let some cut some strawberries up, let it sit in there, shake it up a little bit, and we're going to make a meal out of that. Esau can't do shit like that. So imagine how bad his oppression is going to be. These niggas, it's certain white people that don't even know how to cook noodles, man, or scramble eggs. They just don't, because they always had butlers, and they just don't know how to do shit. And the times we're coming upon, they're going to get a fucking rude awakening, and it's going to be horrible. But it says, and therefore appear no more thou eagle, nor thy horrible wings, nor thy wicked feathers, nor thy malicious head, nor thy hurtful claws, nor all thy vain body. And this is talking about the Edomites in a whole, right? It says that all the earth may be refreshed and may return, being delivered from thy violence. And all nations on this earth are complaining about America right now. Even America's allies are complaining. You got the European Union and NATO crying and shit at the press conferences. They just had a press conference. I forgot the dude's name. I believe it's Netanyahu. I think that's his name. But when they had those press conferences, it was the World Economic Forum, I believe it is. And those are good to watch too. Don't just sit back and just not watch these things. You should be watching. Right, and that's when the white lady, the Edomite lady, she said, they was talking. Man, I'm gonna do a video over that. That's a perfect video. But when the Edomite got it, when the Edomite got up to represent America, bro, everybody started leaving. We're talking about at a world press. When Esau got up on the podium, all the nations start leaving. They start walking out the door. That's a big miraculous sign. That's a big miraculous sign. They tired of his lies, man. They tired of his shit. And the Bible say, and the Bible say that when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn, but when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And this is what it's talking about right here. When we get in authority, everybody's going to be refreshed. They're going to be joyful, even though we're oppressing them. They would rather for our oppression to take place than theirs. These niggas got unrighteous. I'm talking about, man, Esau is, and that's what we talking about, how wicked Esau is. Bro, this nigga be doing the most heinous crimes. I truly believe it. The Most High revealed that everything that Esau is doing, that Jacob they'll spaz out, man. Like, we ain't even talking about just the 1800s. We talking about the shit he's doing now. We talking about the shit he's doing now. If the Most High revealed a lot of that shit to us, man, it'd be crazy. Or the leaders that they didn't killed, that we think is just a conspiracy theory, but Esau killed them because they don't want us to have leaders, but they let all other nations have leaders. But this is the devil, man. But let's keep going. That all the earth may be refreshed and may return, being delivered from thy violence, and that she may hope for the judgment and mercy of him that made her. Understand that, which is the Most High God. And Esau ain't getting no mercy. He ain't getting no mercy at all, man. So from there, let's get to it. Revelation chapter 18 and verse 4, of course, the classic verse. You're gonna get why I'm saying this. Revelations 18:4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, come out of her. Stop believing in the ideologies of this place. Like Jake, man, there's a lot of niggas that I talk to, and they Israelites. They know they Israelites. They follow the customs, but at the same time, they have not let go of Christianity. These niggas think that if they commit one sin, that everything is all good. I'm talking about willfully. They think that, they believe in hell. They believe Satan, in the instruments. Satan is the god of the instruments, and Satan and God is warring against each other, and they haven't let go of Christianity all the way, and that's going to be a lot of their downfall, right? They don't want to teach their kids the laws of God, but then they got them in all these sports and all this extra dumbass shit that don't benefit nothing. Don't benefit nothing. A lot of you niggas, y'all come in the truth just to be polygamous, man. Not understanding the work it takes in order for you to get a polygamous relationship in order. That's a lesson. That is very important to get your polygamous relationship in order. Like, for instance, if you got one wife, and if she just going off the deep end, it's either you're going to get another wife because you can already see where it's going, or you're going to, I forgot my point. But the thing is when you have a wife, you're supposed to be showing her the way that she should be going and getting her ready and molding her for another family member, which is another wife. And when you get two, you're supposed to be like molding both of them to be sisters to each other, so that the one that comes in after them, they can already know it's going to be easier, to the point where you don't got to teach her. Your wives is going to teach her. Everything is going to get in order. Polygamy, bro, you have to be in order. I'm talking about you. You got to be in order. You got to stand on business. Because if your girls will sift that shit out, and nigga, they will destroy you. And if not destroy you, they'll go commit fornication. Because they see you're not real, you're not honest. You don't stand on what you say. So Revelation chapter 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. So all the things that I'm mentioning right now that Esau has done, the Most High said that you can be partakers of that if you do not stop following the ways of America. You got pastors out here voting. I was just dealing with a pastor yesterday, and he's voting. What kind of crazy ass shit is that? He's voting, and he's a pastor. But you got all kind of manner of evil and wickedness, kind of shit that, like that. Right? So it says, come out of her, that you be not partakers of her plagues. For her sins has reached unto heaven, and God have remembered her iniquities. And then he told the angel, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. And the cup which she had filled to her double. Bro, what the hell does double look like to the most unimaginable things that they've done to us? What is double to that? What is double? That is some crazy, unbelievable, like, it's just gonna be, man, nasty work for this dude, man. And that's why he's fighting tooth and nail to try to keep his kingdom. That's why he want to chip everybody, because he feel like if he chip everybody, then there's nobody to come back and save. Right? He's angry against God because of the promises and the birthright, and he's taking it out on the Israelites. This nigga hates God. The Roman Catholic Church, they announced that the Roman Catholic Church agrees that Christ is not returning. And guess what they did? They took that shit down. Now it's under fact check. Like, what are you talking about? What? We don't need y'all to fact check shit for us. We'll do it. Why are y'all fact checking shit for us? These niggas want to control every aspect of your life. They tell you how hot your water can be. You best believe that. Your water that's getting hot in your house, they control how hot it gets. They tell you what you can eat. You can't go to no farmer yourself and buy everything you need from the farmers. They tell the farmers, nah, you got to go through us. It have to be FDA approved. That's why all the food, it says FDA approved. But then here it is, that FDA stands for Federal Food and Drug administration. Why in the hell is food and drugs in the same sentence? Because your food has drugs in it. That's a fact. Your food has steroids in it. Your food has what they call MFG in it. That's why when you eat a bag of Cheetos, when you crack a bag of Cheetos open or a bag of hot fries, that's why you eat the whole fucking bag right there. Because it's chemicals in it to make you addicted to it, to make you keep eating and keep eating and keep eating. That's why when you crack that $6 bag of Cheetos open, you eat the whole fucking bag right then and there. Or you gotta catch yourself and then you'll start folding the bag up and then 5 minutes later you right back in it. You know what I'm talking about. So continue, it says, verse 7, how much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she said in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and she shall see no sorrow. And this is why America goes around. America will not tolerate such actions. We will take action because this country don't want homosexuals in their country. So because this country don't want that in their country, America, you're not going to tolerate. That's what they be going around doing, believe it or not. Or if they find gold in your land, they'd be like, you're getting oppressed. We need to do something about this. Let us establish a military base in your country so that we can help protect the enemies from your land. While they kicking in your back door, digging all in your dirt, stealing all your natural resources, what's used to make your country rich. They taking it and they taking it out the front door. Don't give a fuck if you see it or not. That's what they do, man. But the Most High, this is why they plagues is gonna come in one day. And like I said, going back to the original point, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Why? Because it tell you in Sirach, this is wisdom. In Sirach chapter 8 and verse 10, right? It says, kindle not the coals of a sinner, lest thou be burnt with the flame of his fire. You over here voting, you supporting America. I don't even like you. Doctors and nurses should know no Israelites be into that. They shouldn't be in. That's sorcery and witchcraft. You're giving your people drugs. At a certain extent, I wouldn't even consider being a teacher here in this society because you have to teach them false doctrine. Imagine you being an Israelite and you teaching a child and yo people's children. You teaching them that Christopher Columbus discovered America. Discovered America. And I dare you to say Christopher Columbus invaded and killed and slaughtered 500 million Native Americans. They're going to fire you. They're going to say you're teaching heresy. You're teaching blasphemy according to them. When that's the facts. We got books to prove it. So it's certain roles in a society, man, we just shouldn't be partaking in, right? And that's part of coming out of her. We need to be getting ready and preparing for the kingdom of heaven. Yeah, you got to work your job. We all know this. But our mind should be on the riches in the kingdom of heaven, right? Like I said earlier, like Yahushua said, render unto Caesar what's Caesar's, and unto God what's God's. You belong to the Most High God, the temple of God. You are the temple of God. You belong to God. Give God what's his. And God said to make your body a living sacrifice for him. Not for America. You got these niggas about to go. They about to get drafted to this war. These niggas about to proudly go fight a war that they have no fucking clue on why they fighting. They don't know why they fighting. They have no idea why they're fighting. And then, because if they realize why, if they was told why they really fighting, they wouldn't fight. There's no fucking way they would fight. There was no way fight. They about to go fight a war and about to go get slaughtered. They don't know that they about to go fight the Lord. It tell you that in 2nd Ezra chapter 12. They about to go fight Yahushua. First, they're going to be fighting each other. And then when Yahushua crack the sky open, they're going to all channel all of that towards him. And he's going to annihilate them. You don't know that. But that's why it says, come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins. And we just read how in 2nd Ezra chapter 11 and Revelation 18, How their sins have reached heaven. The Most High God is ready to judge. So kindle not the coals of a sinner, lest thou be burnt with the flame of his fire. Don't be indulging and partaking in sins of other people, especially people like Esau, man. And partaking in their sins is, like I said, is you helping build this society in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I don't even gotta go into what. Anything you do to help build the society. Then you drop down to verse 15. Travel not by the way with the bold fellow. Esau is the most boldest fellow. Why is he so bold? Nigga, you over here trying to take God from being God and make yourself God. How do I know that? Because the Bible says that. How I know that? Because of your actions. God is big. Yahweh is big on homosexuality. Nigga, you don't need to be a homo because you will stop mankind. You will stop creation. Esau like, nah, we good. Matter of fact, I'm going to sign these papers to make sure that we good. Don't worry about God. I'll deal with him when he cracked the sky open, says Trump. We're ready to fight whatever comes out the sky. That's, a lot of people's comfort. They're calling them aliens, but the people that know the Bible, they know that these are chariots of Israel, chariots of the Most High. And Trump said, we're ready to fight whatever comes out that sky. Y'all do y'all thing. We got all that. Crazy. But it says also, travel not the way with the bold fellow, lest he become grievous unto thee. It says, for he will do according to his own will, and thou shalt perish with him through his folly. Esau is a perfect example of that. That's why I went to Revelation chapter 18 and 4 first. Esau is a perfect example. You're going to die with this nigga. He done already committed all the capital sins you can create. And then he added more on top of that. And then more on top of that. From kingdom to kingdom, empire to empire, nation to nation, people to people. This nigga have committed so many sins that they're going to be punished for. And if you do not want to get punished by that, then you better come out of this place, man. And I'm talking about, imagine, like we just read, travel not the way with a bold fellow, he will do according to his will. Imagine a nigga that's gang banging. He was cool in the world. You in the truth. And he was cool in the world. And, he pull up at your house just randomly. Now, you ain't talked to this dude in 2 years. He pulled up at your house randomly. He like, oh, what's up, bro? And you like, hell yeah, what's up with you, bro? How you been? Everything good? And y'all kicking and y'all doing it. Y'all just, he be like, bro, run to the store with me. This nigga gangman, because that's all he's saying is, nah, cuz, come on, cuz, just run to the store with me, cuz. On the set, nigga, the ops ain't gonna do nothing. The ops ain't gonna do shit. You already know what he on because you used to be on the same shit with him. And he be like, no, cuz on the set, I got the Draco in the back, I got the AK in the trunk, and I got this 40 on me. You good, you straight. And you take your dumb ass to the store with him. You're gonna perish with him through his folly. Because he made a name for himself. He didn't kill these people family. And now they looking to catch him at the perfect time. And they didn't call him at Quick Trip. And guess what? They caught you at Quick Trip too. Because you was with him. That's what it talks about, you perishing through his folly. Nigga, you're about to die over some shit you had no idea what was even going on. You're about to die. You're about to die with him. That's why it's wise to listen to the book. So you won't end up in situations like that. Like we just read, travel not in the way with a bold fellow. A nigga that just don't care, like Esau, and a lot of our people that learn that shit from Esau, I don't want to go nowhere with you, bro. I'm cool. I'm going to chill right here. And let's say I did have to go. Let's say you had to go. Bro, you better throw up a prayer. You better throw up a very meaningful prayer. Straight up. So, 2 Thessalonians. I want to go to 2 Thessalonians. My time is almost up. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means. Don't let nobody trick you into believing anything other than what he's about to explain to you. For that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. The falling away have came already. Through the 1800s all the way. And before that, we was in the Congo Empire, the Mali Empire. When we was on the west coast of Africa, we was already falling off. It says, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So think about on the whole planet Earth, who is the most sinfulest nation on this earth? Who goes around the earth, rape, robbing, murdering the whole earth? Who goes to Haiti and sticking rifles up 8-year-old girls' vaginas? That's fucking Esau doing that shit, man. Like, what the fuck excitement do you get out of that? But that's what he do. That's what this nigga do, man. That's what this nigga do. Like the Bible tells you, it says, in our reality, it says, when a man kills somebody, you're supposed to kill him. Esau throws this nigga into prison, and he's in there letting these niggas lust and fuck the shit out of each other in the prison. And he's not doing nothing to stop it. He actually likes when they go in there and they doing that to each other. These niggas in there fucking the shit out of each other. The women prisons, they in there fucking the shit out of each other. Giving each other all kind of STDs, and they coming out and giving it to their spouses, man and woman. That's where a lot of that shit is being spreaded too, man, in prisons. But it says, he is the man of sin. He is the son of perdition. How do we know Esau is the man of sin? Of course, the book of Malachi chapter 1. When you read Malachi chapter 1 and verse 4, whereas Edom saith, it says, and whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And that's how it's always been since the Greek Empire, the Roman Empire, Spain, France, Germania, Germany, all of these, France, British, America, all of these Edomite empires, the Most High keeps throwing them down. That's why they keep getting conquered. Now he's made it to where Esau is fighting against Esau, the Egyptians versus the Egyptians, right? And we all know Yahushua said it. Yahushua said it, that Satan against Satan, divided will not stand. That's why he's crumbling now, because he got his own people against him, the European Union, which is his allies, his biggest allies. They're making undercover deals with BRICS, right? And according to prophecy, his allies is the ones that's going to nuke him. But it says, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. Now, this is the point I wanted to get out of this. This is the meat I wanted to chew off this bone. The border of wickedness. If I go to the border of Mexico, I am what? I am at the beginning of Mexico. We're not saying that Esau, there was wickedness before Esau. We about to go back to Thessalonians and prove that. But he is the border, meaning when it comes to the extreme of wickedness, when it comes to certain things that we never even heard of on earth, it all comes from Esau first, man. It says, the border of wickedness and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. You understand that? He is the beginning of the extreme of wickedness, and the Most High is forever going to hate him. And there's nothing you're going to better do. And in Job 9:24, it says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Who's ruling the earth right now? Right? And when you go to First Maccabees, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. This is First Maccabees chapter 1 and 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. Greeks. The white people that's here in America are Greeks and they're Romans. I truly believe this. The Greeks are the ones that live up north. Utah, Wisconsin. I believe those are the Greeks. I believe the fucking Romans are the ones that live down south. And I think that's why they had that civil war. And I think that's where all that took place. Greco-Roman Empire. The Romans came in and smashed the Greeks. I believe that's where that came in. It always been like that. Esau versus Esau, man. So it makes the utmost sense to me why the South would be considered the majority of them Romans. Now, you got a couple Greeks down there, and at the same up there. You got a couple Romans up there. But I think those redneck, hillbilly-ass, mud tire driving ass Edomites, those are the Romans. Those Hasididi, blue collar wearing ass white people, those are the Greeks. I believe that. That's a personal belief. But I'm gonna drop down to the point. It says, verse 8, Salakia, and his servants bear rule every one in his place, and after his death they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. You can't find no other scripture that says evils multiplied in the earth when Esau started ruling. Now, there was oppression. We're talking about evils. We talking about the shit that the Greeks was doing, the rituals that they do behind their gods. You know, like I always say, Dionysus, or the Temple of Diana. That was a prostitution temple where you can go in and literally, bro, I'm saying it's sad, but this is what the Greeks was doing in the Temple of Diana. They thought it was an honorable thing to raise their daughters up in this temple. So these little girls was 10 years old, 11, 12, 13, and probably even younger, being raised up in this temple, watching other women get popped, learning how to do it. This ain't, they ain't have TV and phones and all that shit. They had to be hands-on. They had to watch it at a young ass age so they can learn and get ready to do it. Go look up the Temple of Diana and go look up the history of it, on how those parents thought it was an honor for their kids to be a part of the Temple of Diana because they looked at it as a god. But look at the rituals behind it. It was a temple of prostitution, man. Imagine you go in a temple and there's a fucking 10-year-old in there and she rubbing on you. She acting like a grown-ass woman. It's like, what the fuck is this? That's what was going on back then. So going back to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 4. So we're dealing with the man of sin, the son of perdition, Esau, who opposes, verse 4, who opposes and exalted himself all above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he is as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. That's what he do. And it says, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. So Paul is like, bro, when you realize this and it comes to your mind, remember, I already told you this. I already told you this was going to happen. It says, and now ye know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. And these are the times that he's being exposed. The time of the Gentiles has been fulfilled. It says, for the mystery of iniquity, sin doth already work. This goes back to my point in Malachi chapter 1. Esau is the extreme of wickedness. And Paul is saying the same thing. He says, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. The mystery of who started sin has already been on the earth. It says, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out the way. So the Most High God is going to let Esau, from the time of the Greeks all the way till 2024 or 2025, grow in this wickedness until the Most High God say, okay, that's enough. That's enough. Send the plagues, and Yahweh shall put on you, get your gear on. It's time to go. Or however he gonna do it with Yahweh Shai. I'm sure Yahweh Shai and Michael, they pacing back and forth like, oh, I can't wait to get this nigga. Not saying nigga, but I can't wait, especially because it tell you in Revelation chapter 1 that it says that when Yahweh Shai come in with the clouds of heaven with the chariot, it says that all gonna see him, even the ones that pierce him. You telling me Yahweh Shai ain't gonna kill the one that pierced him? Come on, man, you crazy. You are crazy. And then Michael is only mentioned when it comes to fighting. So I believe this angel was literally created for that. So imagine him pacing back and forth. Like, bro, do you know that? Okay, y'all want to play? Okay, you want to play with Jacob like that? Okay, I got something for you. That's what Michael on. So it says, then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. So who is the Israelites throughout the four corners of the earth, no matter what camp they are? What are they proclaiming? Who the wicked are? Who are the wicked according to them? These brothers out there on the highways and byways. We all have the same understanding. That's Esau, Idumea, Edom. That is that's the nigga that's being revealed, and the Lord is consuming with the spirit of his mouth, which is his prophets, which is Amos chapter 3 and verse 6. We are the spokesmen, the ambassadors of the Most High God, right? And there's, I don't know if you know, but like when that's that phrase, don't kill the messenger, that's a real phrase. If you was to kill the messenger, all the nations round about you would join together and wage war against you, because that was a policy. It was I want to say a covenant that all nations made, that you are not supposed to kill the messenger. Right? So imagine Esau killing the messengers of the Most High. The Most High is going to tear y'all. We going to see. How about that? We going to be able to see what the Most High God is going to do to them. I think a lot of Israelites is going to feel sorry for what was about to happen to Esau, man. They really are. If not, they already are. All right. So it says, "With consumed with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy him with the brightness of his coming." So first they're going to be destroyed spiritually and mentally, and then they're going to be destroyed physically, man. And we can't wait to watch it all play out. Right. So last precept before I go, because it's 9. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and 11. This is for you. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage over us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Understand that the Israelites out there on the highways and byways, we're exposing him for all his wickedness. We're showing you the receipts. We're giving you the proof. There's no reason why you shouldn't understand that his philosophy when it comes to the Big Bang theory and the evolution of monkeys. We come from monkeys, and the Roman Catholic belief system and all that, bro. These are the devices of Esau. This is how he's been ruling, oppressing you, making you think that white is superior. And that's far from the truth. These niggas burn up in the sun. They burn up in the sun. So that's not the truth. So do not let Esau get the advantage over you. Don't let the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, which is Esau, get the advantage over you by his devices, which is his ideology, his education, his doctrine, and everything else that attached to the mark, the beast, the image of the beast. So all praise to the Most High God. Abba Ratazah, you was edified, even if it's just a little bit. Shalom.